Hey everybody, Carl here. Hey, one of the questions I get asked a lot is I love those questions. Keep them coming in too. Respond, email, text me. I love these questions. But one of the questions I get asked a lot by painting contractors is how do you sell without selling? And that's a question I get a lot. And if you really stop and you think about that question, it's a really interesting question. Is it? I mean, but what makes this so interesting for me is that what people are really asking for inside of this question. In other words, when I hear this question, I immediately think, okay, what's the question behind that question? The real question. That's what makes that kind of interesting. And if you want to sell without selling, right? What you want to do is you want to start looking at selling as if you're working with someone's decision making process, right? People are making decisions. Now, when you start to frame it like that, then what you need to look at, okay, if it's really working with people's decision making process, here's what you need to know about decisions. Decisions are moving in a certain direction. So, one of the things you're going to want to recognize is what direction people are moving, right? So, what does that mean, direction? Well, what we call this is a filter, right? And what they're going to do is they are either moving towards what they want or away from what they don't want, right? Now, that may sound rather pedestrian to you, but here's the key. If you don't language your solution the right way, the way I'm going to show you, the way I'm going to teach you right now, it will fall on deaf ears. Language it properly, and it's like having the keys to the vault. It just opens right up, and people go, "Here's my money. I want to hire you." Right. So, what direction are these decisions moving in? Well, people are moving towards what they want or away from what they don't want, and that's really important. So, what does that look like? What does that sound like? So, people who are moving towards, they're looking to gain, they're looking to acquire, they want to increase, they want to improve, right? They want something better, right? They want something good, they want to have, right? Versus people who are moving away from what they don't want, right? So you're moving towards what you want, right? You've got this thing you want and you're moving towards that, right? Because that's important to you, right? But if you're moving away from what you don't want, you're trying to avoid, right? You're not trying to gain anything. You're trying to avoid, right? So let's take a quick look at what that actually sounds like, right? So what's important to you about hiring a contractor? And that's where it all starts with asking what's important. Customer comes back and says, I want a good deal. Great. What's important about getting a good deal? Well, I want to get a good deal because I want to feel like I'm not getting ripped off. Ah, see that? They are moving away from not getting ripped off. So again, there's the question behind the question. Another question. Some your customers, they want good quality. Well, why do they want good quality, right? They can want good quality because they want it to look great and last for years to come. Moving towards, right? Others may be like, well, I want good quality because I don't want to have to repaint in a few more years, right? See, they're moving away from a future problem, right? And this is what you want to be listening for, because how you talk to them, how you present to them, and how you get them to understand you're the best painter for them is listening and then feeding back your solution in just the right way, right? It's so easy. We overcomplicate it. What's important to you about a painter? I want a painter that's going to clean up, right? I want him to come in. I want him to take care of everything, right? So the job is done. Great. What's important to you about cleaning up? I don't want to hire somebody who I got to clean up after, right? Neither do I, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? They don't want the problem. They don't want the hassle. They don't want to have to deal with things. That's what's important to them. They're not trying to gain anything. They're trying to avoid not having to, do something or have something, right? So this is what I mean about decisions have a direction to them, right? And when you work within people's decision-making progress by asking the question behind the question, and then you can start to structure how you talk about what you do in a way that's going to fit for your customer. Hey, this is Carl here, and this is just one of the tips I wanted to get away from the book. I've been promoting the book lately, and if you haven't bought the book, go buy it. It's 15 bucks. Come on, right? Why should you buy the book? Well, think about what you're going to gain. You're going to be able to sell more. You're going to be able to charge more. You're going to have more fun selling. Why should you buy the book? Well, because you don't want to blow your next estimate when you could have read it in a book, do you? So, you don't want to make those mistakes. You want to gain those benefits. So, sorry. Hey, that's what I do. I'm either teaching it to you or doing it to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little longer than normal. See you in the winner circle.